Okay, so the ass fucks at Shueisha finally decided to sell a series in Ichi the Witch after releasing. Why don't they do this more often? Anyway, they probably did this because they realized we don't have any series to sell the magazine with. I mean, until Unluck is ending. Next chapter, I think. Mission Yuzakura family doesn't have that much left in it until and unless the author pulls something out of his ass. Which, let's be real here, the power creep would really not make any sense if he does. So, let's talk about the latest chapter, but before that, let me remind you of everything leading up to this point and why this is so fucking epic. So, Ichi has absorbed 2 magics and after the Witch Association and is like, the guy is a total beast, let's let him loose and run wild. But then the shorty is like, actually he is a wild boar and needs to be tamed. And Mrs. D is like, him being a boar is the reason the series is selling. No one is interested in Iruvankan 2.0. But the Ice Witch decides to be what Chi-Chi was to Gohan and decides that all the guys' aura needs to be snuffed out by going to school. Please. So she proposes a hunting contest, which, sure, works for the series, but if you want to send the little fucker to school, wouldn't making him realize the importance of school be beneficial in your cause? I don't know why you went for a hunting contest, which he'll win easily. Like, literally, the contest is between a mid-level boxer and a street fighter on the streets. It's a fucking slaughter. And the contest is to find the mushroom. And while the shorty is out here making big moves trying to find the mushroom with everything she learned in school, our boy is on the little dude's ass from second one. Like, this was not even close from the start. She is throwing nukes out there and he's like, I have finally found you. Like a fucking ninja. And like, just who would have guessed using nukes against cockroaches doesn't work. The magic is entirely 100% unaffected by everything she throws at her, in which has to be the most embarrassing thing for her the entire week. But it was the last chapter where Ichi almost catches the mushroom until he realizes he was done with the starters and went for the main course in this bitch. He realized this thing was a magic and dangerous where 3 intermediate witches and 2 high level witches could not sense him. You see how good he is, and why throwing him into school would ruin his career. Like, if that isn't a slap in the face to this woman, then I don't know what is. The latest chapter was spent mostly on gassing the magic up by everyone in the series, the head witch issuing a special high level mission, this one and this thing being referred to as the God of Majik, and the equivalent of Sukuna wanting to work together with his equivalent of Yuji to survive. Not win, not fight, survive. Everyone was like, run! And a goat each is like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. And decides to fight the magic with the power to warp away multiple towns at once. I love this guy. Can we get more MCs like him instead of bitches? Like, seriously, his willingness to fight this thing is kinda akin to Goku wanting to fight his opponents, and that's the kind of energy I get from him. This characteristic is what makes me call this a potential member of the next big wave of manga, which the series is still on the chopping block. It could get cancelled. I really hope it doesn't, because it's doing well. That Shueisha is actually putting the series out in front. Let's hope it doesn't get cancelled, because it has done something similar for previous series as well, but the authors kind of fumbled the bag on that one big time. And also, like, we have not had a character like this in a while, and written in a world where literally anything is possible. Like, a lot of mangaka in making the series grounded kill the fantasy aspect of the series entirely. Like, a series taking place in our world can be interesting if you use our world, like in a living, breathing thing like it is. But it basically just turns into a backdrop for the story, which isn't interesting at all. Like, why even make this world? Like, you're just building one aspect of the world. What about the rest of it? That is like my biggest complaint with a lot of the modern day in real world series. Is like, you barely explore anything in this world. because you're too much of a bitch to actually get cancelled over it or what? But here in Japan, that is kind of becoming an issue right now as well with censorship and all, but you can do so much more by just having the series in real world, which they just don't for some reason. And I'm fed up with it. So make fantasy worlds. You can kind of realize from that, like, having a fantasy in a fantasy world is damn near the most fresh concept in recent years. The last one we got was Black Clover 10 years ago. And by the way the series is going, it's gonna last for another 10 years. I really hope the story lasts, because the author Nishi Osamu knows how to build a world. Like, the author Nishi Osamu knows how to build a world with a large cast. Like, just read his other work, Irumakan. Every character has had some development and still has plot relevance in the future. That is the thing MHA wishes it had with its hero school concept. It doesn't. About the chapter, I don't think Ichi is winning this fight. He will most likely lose, but will get some sort of victory over this. To prove the Ice Witch that his talents need to be honed in the wild with Mrs. D. I cannot pronounce her name, I will not try. This thing is most likely being set up as a future main villain for a future arc, and a target for Ichi to strive to hunt, since he has no real goal and no reason to get better at his craft outside of just feeling like it. Like, you can see that he has no motivation to train because he is already the world's best hunter. Well, from what we know at least. There could be an entire hunter association here as well, with which he can introduce more badass male characters outside of just being gooner bait with females. Can I say that? Probably. Like, it would be a cool concept where it's like women are hunting down magic as witches, and there is an entire other organization of male hunters hunting down magic, like Ichi. Ichi could be one of the descendants or something, and maybe it's another Goku thing where you're too weak, get out, and he turns out to be the strongest one of them all. That would be so fun to watch and read. I really hope the series lasts. Getting back to the script, by getting his ass handed to him, he will be even more motivated to train as a witch and to improve his magic abilities, and potentially hunt the God of Majik in a future arc, with like the Magic God Hunter arc. I don't know what it will be called. We'll see. Alternatively, after losing but putting up a bit of a fight, Ichi could realize he needs to learn more about magic and willingly volunteers to go to the magic school, but the Ice Witch realizes that his talents need to be honed in the wild. This will show character development on both of their fronts, but here's the thing with that. I want this manga to stay as far away from the magic school plot as possible, because if it goes there, I fear it might just turn into Irumakan version 2, and I don't want that. One of the biggest critiques about Irumakan is that the entire story is mostly stuck in Babylus, in the magic school. Well, and I kind of want this to be better than that. And well, that's what I think about this chapter. Tell me what you think about it in the comments, and tell me what you think about the series. Will it last? Will it get cancelled? What are your favorite moments up till now? In the comments, let's have a conversation, and adios.